Hey everyone, it's Alonda. Welcome. So it's been a minute since I've gone live, so I figured I'd go ahead and try to do it, answer some questions now that I have finally, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say broke my stall. Ooh, it hurts to say it. It really does. Like my heart. For anyone who is new, hi, my name's Alonda. I'm a 48-year-old mother of six, a high school teacher, and I'm on a GLP-1 weight loss journey with the help of Nathan Found and Compound Trinsepatide. Hey, Sandra, good to see you. To date, I have lost 72 pounds. My starting weight is 264.7. My current weight is 192.5. I will tell come Friday, which is normally when I upload my weekly update, that number is lower. It's lower. I had a doctor's appointment today with my OB, and at that appointment, she pretty much told me my current weight. Now, mind I wanted to step on that scale this morning before I got over there. I really, really did. But I said, no, let's not start that today. So um, I did not eat or drink, and I wore the lightest bit of clothing that I could when I got there. Then when I came home, I double checked it, and then I ate. So yay, we kind of match. I'm gonna go with that. We kind of match. Hey Val. Hey, losing it, Grace. I love your channel. I do. I do. I do. Hey Rose, thank you. Trying to spruce it up today with the lipstick. But I did go to my OBGYN and I had some good bad news to share, which is actually weight loss related. I figured, hey, go live, share the knowledge. They say advice is meant to be shared, and so is knowledge. But at the visit, some of you may or may not know, but back in November, I was scheduled to have a procedure, a female reproductive procedure. But because I was on a blood thinner due to a whole nother issue, the procedure got stopped. So they ended up saying, no, we're not going to do the procedure. And so I was stuck going, why not? I don't understand why we're not doing the procedure. And I was bitter. I was bitter. No one's bleeding like I was bleeding. But when she and I spoke today, I told her my periods had gone to a crazy, like 360 moment, and I am loving life again. And she said, this is the word of wisdom. She said, well, Wanda, you've lost so much fat. And I said, yeah. Like, okay, tell me something new. And she said, a lot of estrogen is held in your fat cells. So you lose fat, you lose estrogen. So with the estrogen, my lining in my uterus is thinner and not thicker, which is why I'm not having these crazy shark weeks. I was like, oh my gosh. Now, I'm going to say this out loud. Don't come for me. You know how we always go to the doctor's appointments and they're like, just lose weight, just lose weight. Their answer to everything is just lose weight. It was kind of the answer. Just lose weight. So I'm losing weight. Therefore, now I'm starting to see some progress with my menstrual cycles. You know, they're not crazy, crazy right now. Like, I'm really doing good. That's why y'all really heard me talk about it. Now I am going to double check my levels tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but I didn't know that they now do in-house, so I left. And she called me and she was like, hey, where are you? And I was like, in my car. And she was like, yeah, we were trying to get your labs done. And I was like, yeah, send me a referral. She was like, no, we do it in-house now. I was like, oh, well, I'll come back tomorrow. It was Houston. It was raining. It was a whole ordeal. But we're going to check my levels tomorrow and see how everything is going. And I see everyone saying hi in the chat. So I'm going to, hey, Mary. I'm going to try to stay on this with the chat because y'all know I'm bad at this. Bad at this part. This is not the part that I enjoy. This is what gives me anxiety. But far as estrogen goes, they're going to check my levels, see how I am. I was pre-menopausal. Maybe I'm in menopause. Who knows? I don't know. And someone did ask if I would do a video on menopause. That's not my expert. I don't know. My one time of having a major public hot flash meltdown, it sent me to the point I was standing outside of a high school, bra and panties, being checked at the EMT because I literally thought I was about to die. I'm dying. I'm not going to get these Christmas gifts mailed out. Yeah, it was a hot mess. But past that, I don't know too much about menopause, other than I know I'm perimenopause and I don't like it. So that's where I stand. But there's so many great YouTubers who are out there talking about menopause and perimenopause. And I think we even have some in our own community that have joined in collaboration. And I think it was maybe Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, they did a video talking about perimenopause and menopause. So yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard great things about it. So yeah. Let's see. Hey, we're saying hi to people. We're saying hi. So I have broken the stall. And by the way, I have a house full of people. I know it don't look like it right now. I promise you. I know, but there's 7 of us in the house. And y'all, I don't live in a mansion. Please don't. Someone asked me that. Is your house really big? No, it's really not. But everybody finds a corner. Like we all congregate, and then when we're tired, everybody finds a corner. So right now, everybody's in a corner. You are about to see co-parent. So I'm gonna hide this right here because I haven't got his approval for the slide. Hey, he went the other way. But it's funny because the other day he was like, you keep hiding me. You keep in the video. It is, but he in the video. But so I do have a house full of people. They will be coming in and out just for. I just want to give you that heads up. So everyone's saying hey, saying hey. And as I was saying, I have what I believe is broken the stall. My primary care doctor said she really doesn't need to say that until you have broken 10-pound mark. And if you recall, I was at 196 plus 195 for 4 months. 4 months. Not a fun place to be. But I do want to thank Mochi Health for sponsoring today's video and also helping me financially get through this stall. Because truth be told, if I had to pay the $550 per month, that's like $2,200. And I wouldn't have been able to do it. Mentally, I would not be able to do it. Not even just physically, but mentally, I would not be able to do it. Spending that money and getting nothing in return, even though things were happening behind the scenes. I know that. I know things were happening behind the scenes. But physically, I just wouldn't be able to justify it. See people walking. And doors opening. All right. So what was I saying? Y'all, you know my saying, ADHD is real. So past the stall, when I weighed myself on Monday, because I do weigh myself twice a week. On Monday I weigh, and then I weigh again on Friday for the video and all that fun stuff. And I am 192.5. 192.5. Even today, it's lower than that. So, and this is week 72 of my weight loss journey. Why is that significant? Because of the trials, most of them ended when the patients were at 72 weeks. And with those people who were in the trials, the actual like Eli Lilly clinical trials, they lost roughly 20% of their body weight. Well, I can say I have lost 27.27 of my body weight percent. So 27.27% of my body weight, which actually surpasses the trial. And it rounds out to be 1 pound per week. So I know there were some weeks I had some great poundage, like, oh, I lost 4 pounds. And then there were other weeks where I did not have that many pounds. And it was like, ooh, 0.8. But when it all rounds out, it is 1 pound per week. And I can't fight with that. That sounds great. Now, as long as I can keep that in my mind moving forward. Amanda, you lost 1 pound. It is okay. Not, yeah, yeah. But, and like I said, and like many of you have also said, your body is adjusting, your body is changing. And I was able to see those changes. Matter of fact, I put on a pair of leggings this morning. Those were my fake blue jeans. They were leggings. They look like blue jeans. And by the time I left my closet to get to the mirror, they were already falling down, like falling down. So they're in my car right now, getting ready to get donated. Speaking of upcoming videos, I have my little note, my notes. I swimsuit try on coming up. So these are 4 videos to anticipate. A swimsuit try on because I do need a swimsuit. I called myself yesterday trying to go get out in the pool where it's warm, despite it raining, it's warm. But the moment I start moving, the swim got heavy. That's not cute. That's not cute. And I have 4 swimsuits, and I tried all 4. And if it wasn't falling from the top, it was falling from below. My family and I are working on a protein review. We are going to be trying protein bars and deciding what are some of the best flavors. Honestly, when I eat a protein bar, they all start to taste the same. So I don't want to recommend any protein bars for anyone, knowing that it all tastes the same to me. So I figured 7 people could all sit around and we could figure it out and give you our honest opinion coming from a how old is he? 50? I gotta figure out how old I am. So a gentleman, a 23-year-old, some 18-year-olds, and an 11-year-old, and a 16-year-old. So I figured with the hodgepodge of people in my house, everyone would be able to give you their honest opinion on how they felt on these flavors. So we have that video coming up. We have a recap of my journey. I know right now it's really big to do a month to month to month to month. I can't do that because it's 16 months. I would kill y'all. Y'all would be like, Alonda, month 14, you were in a stall. Month 16, you were in a stall. So I looped them. So 1 through 3, 4 through 6, I did like that. So what happened those months, side effects wise, and something else. Side effects. Oh, and the weight loss. Yes, yes. Thank you, Julian. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, 27.7% body loss. Actually, I was on the phone with Real Talk with Elaine, and girl, thank you so much for calming me down because I was having an emotional meltdown with the whole setup of lives. Lives freak me out. Yeah, just being honest, they freak me out. But she talked me down, and yeah, I appreciate it. There was something else I was about to say. I don't know, ADHD. It's crazy. But oh yeah, and yeah, I was trying to figure out my calculations, and she was just like, "Calm down." I'm like, "I'm trying." But thank you for being on the soundboard. I do appreciate that. Uh, yeah, I like because I get a lot of my protein from various sources. You'll see that video too. That's another video. Not so much what I eat in a day, but what I eat in some days. What I eat some days. Because some of my meals are the same. Like breakfast is breakfast. So I tried to show you a bunch. It's gonna be a hodgepodge, and I apologize in advance. It's gonna look crazy. I've edited it a couple of times, and I'm like, well, where is she going with this? And it's me. It's me. It's me. There's some more people. Let's see. Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited. The swimsuit one was a hard one to do, but I eventually figured out how to do it correctly. Aww. Hey. Yay, you caught it. Yes, I tried to give y'all a heads up. I actually wanted to go live yesterday, but y'all were gonna be nice. So I had to suck it up and put my big girl panties on and just go to my line dance class. They started a new last week. I go on Tuesday, hour and 15 minutes, really ends up being like an hour 25, but hour 15. And they started a new one last week, and y'all, I was so confused. The first two I knew I was done. I got my face and I was good. And then she's like, all right, we're gonna do something. And I was looking at that. And that's literally how I looked. If someone looked at me, they were like, what is that? Because I was a hot mess. So I wasn't feeling eager yesterday. I was not feeling eager at all. But I did go, and I will be on YouTube practicing this. Okay, he needs to, he does not need my love. Recap, consider trying on what I eat, and of the monthly thing, and then of course Friday I'll have my weekly update, which feels on Tuesday, trying to be consistent. I had to show up for myself. Yeah, I did that. And one of the reasons why I picked line dancing, I know someone that asked that in my Instagram, why line dancing? Well, two reasons. One, I have a cousin who does exercise on Saturdays, and she knew someone who was teaching the class. So I was like, okay, so not a stranger, not someone who's going to laugh at me. Or if they laughed at me, maybe I felt okay about it. She didn't laugh at. She's pretty serious about her stuff. And then the second part is this summer we have two weddings to attend, probably three family events. And I know line dancing in Texas. Line dancing part of it. And I have line danced in many years. Like I can do the arena, I can do the Cupid shuffle, and then after that, my body just blew up, and I just stopped dancing. Like I didn't dance at weddings. I just didn't do it. I'm not doing it. But I am starting to realize I can. I can get back out there. I can get back out there. Yes, please don't forget the like button. What else? Oh, and someone asked me about the so I will put a video in this video because they have not bothered me, but they have bothered some of my neighbors. Actually saw them today. Uh, actually saw them today and tried to get the video so I could pop it in here, but it's not. The formatting is weird, so it's not pulling up correctly. Sorry. I'm always about truth. So you get, nope, y'all cannot, nope, nope, no, y'all can't see that. But I'm driving and there are ducks in my neighbor's yard. Not in my yard, not in my backyard. They done moved on. Yes, yes. So here we are. Um, thank you. Hey everyone, we're saying hi. So any questions? Well, let me address the big one, the one that people keep asking. Um, where do I stand on the stall? Did I believe, because several things happened. Truth be told, several things happened. One, I got on 10 milligrams, and I stayed on 10 milligrams for way too long, way too long. And one thing I noticed about myself and my body when it comes to this GLP-1 with authority is my body will tell me it's time to move up when I start having massive cravings. When I start craving some of my irrational stuff, my body is like, I think we need to move up. And so that's usually when I would titrate up. I figured that out. Oh, and y'all saw a video about it. And my girl, like, she eats dried corn and paper. I got some issues. Um, but on the 10, I was on it for like 30 plus weeks, and I never had the irrational craving. My cravings were always pretty calm. Like, ooh, let's get Dairy Queen. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get Dairy Queen. I don't need it. And then the next day, maybe some Dairy Queen. Oh, no, I'm good. And usually by the third day, if I really did not feel like eating Dairy Queen, it just went away. So in my mind and in my body, I felt like it was not time to titrate up. So I did titrate up, but even then, it took 12.5 pins, six, 12.5 pins before the stall started to move. So that's why I can't necessarily say, oh, hey, this is her first live. Hi. ADHD, y'all. I love it, hate it, all in the same boat. That's why I can't say it took the medication. Two things. The medication increase and the name brand. Because remember, my doctor was like, well, she didn't really say it. She knew what the hell I was trying to say in my email. But I was like, I have a stockpile issue. I have a bunch of everything, and I'm missing this one. I'm missing this, but I got this, and I got that. I got 10, and I got 12. But no, I don't know what I had. But I was missing this part. And so I said, okay, Alonda, you're just going to start using the brand, and then you'll come back to the compound. Which people kept saying, oh, remember, you can adjust your dosage. I didn't know how to do that. And I wasn't about to play with myself like that, even though I know that is an option. I know that I got it. I've seen the chart. I've called the pharmacies. I'm aware. But in Motif, I love y'all. Their pharmacy that went down would have been my next file. So I can't really call them, the pharmacy, and say, hey, y'all sent me this, blah, 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 blah. So I had to go through Motif's customer service to figure all that out. And by that point, I was on Friday. Like, it is Friday. And I still have not figured out what I'm doing. So I just want to give myself the injector pen injection. And that's where I started with my first week of 6 weeks being on that medication. So again, I can't say it was the name brand that caused it because that was 6 weeks. I can't say it was the increase of the medication. That was the 6 weeks. I also can't say it was necessarily just the movement. Like, ooh, you're moving around more. Can't really say that because I was still being inconsistent. And you're going to find out on Friday. The video is consistently inconsistent. I am consistently inconsistent. It is. Consistently, I'm trying. I'm showing up for myself. Inconsistently, I'm just trying to figure it out. Some stuff is working and some stuff ain't working. So, like, basically, I have one more week of the line dancing class, and then I don't have a plan. I don't plan. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know. And my doctor brought this up. She was like, Alonda, if you were constantly working out on a 5-pound dumbbell, if all you did every day was work out with a 5-pound, you showed up every day for 5 with your 5-pound dumbbell every single day, is there a point where you would stop growing, where you would stop doing better, where you would have a standstill? And the answer is yeah. At some point, my body would adjust to it. I would need to, that would happen. So then I would move to like a 7.5. dumbbell. And that would activate my body to kind of kick it into gear. Like, okay, let's do a little bit more than what we're doing. We just chilling. And that's really kind of what happened with my stall. When I started increasing my food intake and increasing what I was doing, it kind of told my body, let's start doing more. I think they call it reverse dieting. You eat a little bit above. But my resting calories is like 1,400, and I was still at 1,500, trying to walk and do this and do this. Hey, Dr. Bobby. I was still trying to, you know, do the things. But honestly, it just took my body some time to readjust. So that is what I am learning. I am consistently showing up for myself, but I'm also consistently having to readjust because some stuff just ain't working. It's working. Um, I also in the video watch, this is my second bottle of water for the day. And I just have the hardest time getting through it. Oh, too much water, y'all. Water is water. Water is water. Oh, I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up? Am I breaking up? I'm panicking now. My heart's racing. Y'all tell me. Am I breaking up? I just saw a random. I saw a random text that said you are breaking up pretty bad. Am I breaking up? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Okay. I'm panicking. I'm afraid to talk now. Okay. Hopefully y'all didn't leave. Is that better? Is that better? I know. I keep pausing. Mm, better? Okay. I'm trying not to panic. Ooh, you have no idea. This is tea. Take a sip. I know you're probably gonna think it's whiskey. It's not. It's tea. I wouldn't drink out of the United States Coast Guard. Ooh, the birds are bad. It'll probably be August before I do another live. But I did tell my kids, um, I do have a microphone in there, but it's never charged. It ain't never charged. I try. Better. Okay. Y'all keep me updated. I'm gonna keep this little thing moving, okay? And I had a whole beautiful spiel. I have no idea what I said though. I just be talking. Yeah. Hey, Delilah, you made it. Delilah, I will be in Dallas July and 18th for a wedding. I keep saying I'm gonna email you and tell you. I haven't done that yet. Oh no, don't be jealous. I'm borrowing a I'm gonna stop. My ADHD is jumping, y'all. I'm all over the place. I'm jumping. But I will be in Dallas in July 17th and 18th. So hopefully I can talk to you. All right. So I don't remember what we were talking about other than this is not whiskey, it's tea. And I need a sip. I do now. We were talking about water. We were talking about water. So I bought some of the little skinny syrups to add to my water. So I'm consistently drinking my water, but I'm having to adjust it to stay consistent. That makes sense. And I feel like we might all be doing that on this journey. But Delilah was saying it looks crispy clear, and she said she's jealous. It, your recording is not a potato. It's not a potato. It is good. All right. Whew, y'all, the nerves. Y'all know if I've done 8 lives, 5 of them had some craziness going on. Updated our internet. We can get that. All right. So what else is going on? Reverse dieting. It is working. The scale is moving. Now I do wonder at what point should I pull back? Should I go back into a caloric deficit? I do worry, but I'll hit that bridge when it comes. Right now, consistent. Mm-hmm. And wait to be inconsistent later. So out there. Mary, she said she found a nutritionist in Gainesville, Florida. That is a good thing. Quite a few people have, I don't want to put it, quite a few people have been like me and we're just trying to wing it. My mindset was I don't want to change my eating habits. I just want to eat smaller portions. But now that I've been on the medication a little longer and I've had some mental clarity, I can actually, and I hate saying good and bad, but I can actually see foods that are going to benefit me, foods that are not going to benefit me. Kind of like I was getting Dairy Queen. I don't want it. I know if I eat that Dairy Queen, I'm going to eat again for 4 hours. So is that really what I want to put in my body? Not right now. No, I something that's helped me, whether it's protein or more potassium, something that would help me. So I do appreciate the fact that I met with my nutritionist, the dietitian. She's a go-to dietitian, and she kind of helped me see some things. Like, if you scream it, you put some protein powder in it, and I was like, that's nasty. I'm not doing that. But in hindsight, actually not bad. It's like 2 steps away from being a shake. Duh. Think about it, Alonda. So I'm very happy that my mind shift change on how I see food and how food benefits me is actually working. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. All right. So, okay, y'all don't know this about me, so you're going to find out. Once I get nervous and start having my little full blown, I get really cold afterwards. So I have tons of goosebumps because I'm like, my body's trying to calm down. It's trying to self-regulate now that I've like weirded itself up. Yeah, it's trying to self-regulate. I've also been on a plateau like you for months, and it sucks. Yes, it sucks. No, please don't give up. Please don't give up. I did that before with Saxenda. I gave up. But in hindsight, I wasn't doing all the stuff. I wasn't doing what I should have been doing. And I said, actually, I don't know if I said this already, because I've been recording so many videos, so I don't know if y'all seen this or not. So I'll just say it. Anyway, had I known what I know now, I would have pushed through that all the stuff with that's in there. But I didn't know. And I feel like it was destined that I stopped because I did not change my eating habit. I was not working out. So while the medicine may have been working for me, long term, I would not have learned these life lessons. Like I just said, I see food a little differently now. So just wait it out. In my opinion, my humble opinion, wait it out, make adjustments that you see fit, and maybe those would be the life changes that you need to stay successful. I know it is for me. For me. For me. That's just me talking. And again, advice is meant to be shared. So is knowledge. If I would get a tattoo, it would say, I do have one, but it's not that. Yeah, healthier food, healthier food. I mean, look, I still got a thing of candy sitting there, so we still eat here. We eat, um, but we eat in moderation. It's just different. It's the same but different. Consistent and inconsistent. Oh, I am. My babies graduated, all three of them, and y'all, I thought I was about to lose it. I really did. Stress level, I thought I was going to lose it, but it all worked out so much. It really, everything worked out so well. I did purchase the ring. Someone had asked me about the ring. She thought we were back together. Because it was on this finger. I guess when I was moving it real quick, just like, are y'all put together? But what I do like about this ring, and it's not sponsored, but it's not. This ring was actually on sale, which was cheaper than getting the Apple Watch. Yeah, so I ended up with this, and I could see my stress levels through their graduation, and another milestone moment. I realized that there's happy stress, and then there's not happy stress. Because when my son walked across the stage, the ring registered that I was at a high stress level. Like, you know, yelling and screaming. And same thing with the twins. When the twins walked across the stage, we were all throwing our arms up, and my ring registered stress. But it was a good stress. It was a good stress. I'm so happy, so proud of them. I am scared as hell. And there's two kids at once. Yeah, yeah, I am scared. My first baby, she will leave. Oh, oh, y'all don't know this yet. Okay, you ain't on the secret. The week of July 7th, co-parent and I will be the only ones in the house. Everyone will be gone. Everyone will be somewhere. Everyone. He and I have not been alone in years on years on years on years on years on years on years on. We've never had a week alone since before my 23-year-old was born. A week alone, we are scared. It is like preview of empty nest for us. I actually thought maybe I should go on a girls trip by myself. I wouldn't have to be at the house. But our therapist believes it would be a good thing for us to just see how we do without being alone. Y'all might get a lot of videos, or you might get video. If there's no video, be concerned. Did the yellow and black dress win in votes? Yes. Everyone loved the yellow and black dress. And that was the dress I was going to wear to the twins' graduation. It came literally Monday. Graduation Saturday. It came on Monday. And it was large. It scared me. Because, some of the sizing can be really, really off, and the girls are really, really big. But I am realizing that I have to try on clothes. Like I have to try on clothes. So I tried on several dresses while I was at J. Crew one day, and the large was fitting pretty well. So when I ordered it, I ordered it and yeah. So I will end up wearing probably to church and then to work when we go back. And Elaine, if you are still on here, she told me to stop wearing my tents. She's like, stop wearing your tents, like flowy dresses. And so now when I look at dresses, I look at form fitting dresses. Even though my waist is trying to come in, it's not there, but it's trying. I keep that in mind when I pick out clothes. So yeah, but yes, thank y'all so much for giving me your input on the dress. Yeah, or the dresses. Dresses. I do greatly appreciate it. So yeah, great question. Let's see. Yep, stay home. Yeah, yeah. Initially, we both kind of went like, and the lady she was on the monitor too, and she was like, "Yes, y'all can do that. Y'all can figure it out by ourselves." Right now, we talk about the kids. That is our focus, the kids. But the kids will be at camp, at college. They will be everywhere. And in most of those places, we can't talk to them and call them. So it's not like we can talk about what they talked about. So we literally have to start from scratch. It's starting a whole nother chapter of my GLP-1 journey. It's just in this path, this path. And who would have known that a weight loss journey would have so many dimensions to it? I mean, so many dimensions. Hey, Cheryl. I love Cheryl. Cheryl makes me smile. And she's a ray of sunshine. Yeah. Mary said she could see us looking at each other like, who are you? Who are you? Yeah. Yeah. And I state on my channel, one of the things I want to do is create a life to live. So without the kids being here, it also opens up a new chapter for me to figure it out. What am I going to do that would kind of catapult me into the life role? And actually, someone else said that on the, not community, post tab, they said, do more stuff for you. I will have a whole week to do more stuff for me. Okay. So yeah, it's stressful. Yeah. Yeah, but it really, I don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do. We both were like, right now the way we run together is like we go to, Home Depot and get the yard stuff, or we both go to Walgreens and pick up medication. But in the car, we're talking about something we just don't want to talk about in front of the kids. So a week, 7 days. Woo, woo, woo. I'm so scared. But, I guess that's a little less than a month. A little bit less than a month. I may be like super fit by then. Walking the yard and the neighborhood. I might be walking like 10 miles a day by that point. And if y'all hear me say that, y'all know what's going on. Yes, please pray. Like, please pray for us. Please. Kids might come back and we both live in separate apartments. Yes, I am out of school. Woo-hoo! I get out of school pretty early. Yes. May 30th was our last day of school. So I am done. I'm so excited. I kind of miss my baby, so yeah. But yeah, excited. Aww. Everyone's saying, hey. Yes, the babies grow so fast. It is a huge transition. I mean, my 11-year-old is taller than me now. When my son was 20, my 23 was taller than me. That's when co-parent and I both said, or Chris, he said I can say his name. I still like saying co-parent. So, co-parent and I were like, maybe we should have another kid. And I was like, yes, I need another kid. And that's a whole nother story. Whole, I mean, y'all, our situation is like a whole other, is a whole nother one. Uh, yeah, the kids all leave July 7th. And kid you not, the funniest thing is that my oldest, my nephew, he's coming 4th of July weekend with his little girlfriend that he wants to propose to. He wants us to see her. He wants to sing. Um, so we'll have that high. And then that following Monday, everybody disappears, including them. They fly out on Monday. It's leaving. It's a whole lot. July 7th, for some reason in the universe, they said that's the day. That's the day we're going to give Wanda a mini heart attack because everyone's disappearing. Um, oh, she's asking about shit. I think she's still in. I watched the video this morning. Oh, your mom's going through empty nest syndrome. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, it's hard. And many of my son, my 23-year-old's friends, many of them, because his group was the last group. So they don't have any more. Matter of fact, they hated me when I was like, "Hey y'all, I'm gonna try to have another baby," and they all looked at me like, "What, Yolanda?" Like, this was making eyes with me. They went too quick. So, and now he's. And kid you not. Okay, so I'm gonna say this because I've told several people. So, like I said, my 11-year-old is now making eyes with me. And one of the conditions of me getting pregnant with him is that my doctor said you need to lose some weight. So I did lose some weight. And then pregnant, sort of. But we got pregnant. Now my 11-year-old is making eyes with me. I've been losing weight. So I went to co-parent and I was like, hey, thoughts about having another kid? I heard our government giving $1,000 for babies. And he shut that down very quickly. So it takes more money than $10,000. I was like, yeah, you're right. But also, I would not want to go with my weight loss journey. Yeah, yeah, yep. Oh, okay. Reading quickly. I know some of this is conversation between y'all. Oh, shit. So tomorrow noon. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I can figure that out. My two kids are grown out of the house. I watch my grand. Oh, see, I'm ready for babies. When I did the homebound with my student, the 2 weeks of school, I got my baby love in, my baby fix. Her baby was so precious, so tiny. Oh my gosh, I just ate her up, just like oh. Anytime she was crying, I'm like, "Do you want me to hold her? I'll hold her. You keep working. I got her. I got her." She was like 6 pounds and 2 ounces, and I think 17 inches. So she little bitty bitty. Yeah, just a love bug. But now she's graduating. She's out in the world with her baby. As we're out here in these GLP-1 streets. So how is everyone else doing? I do have 11 minutes left because after that my kids have to come in and start dinner. Oh, and I also did Cheryl. This is you. This is for you, love. I also did an Aldi's grocery haul. Near I've been eating, and like, wow, She did grocery haul. I should do a grocery haul. So I did do a Aldi's grocery haul that I will put in my what I eat thing. So thank you for that. Yeah, I normally don't. Yeah, yes. Keep us informed. I just read that. Julian, keep us informed. Yes, please. I'll be stalking different pages so I can figure that out. The update. So, anything else going on with anyone else? Life is good. Increasing exercise, some of that stability, consistently, consistent. I will figure it out. Yes, and I only spent $15 at Aldi, so I felt real good. Oh, and I also went to Old Navy. I didn't do it. I actually went there for other people, so they did a bunch of trying on. But my original bill was $133, and I stepped back for a moment. I was like, mm-mm. And then she started asking questions. Do you have super cash? Do you have the card? Do you have a this? And I was like, yes, yes, yes. Y'all, I walked out with $133 worth of clothes for 62 bucks. Oh yeah, I felt so good. I mean, warm and fuzzies all over again. Like I said, y'all would think this was like whiskey or bourbon. Nope. Mm-mm. Warm and fuzzies. I felt so good. And unfortunately, I had to take one pair of shorts back today, and that lady was like, "Oh, 29.99." And do. It's like, I think it's for $1.60. Coupons, lady. Coupons. I will work a budget. And she was like, "Okay." So it was a change. But yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, I do love Aldi. I do. I'm trying to get my son to get into the Aldi spirit. Now that we've been to his apartment, Aldi's is right across the street. Right across the street. And he's like, he's a spoiled HEB kid. You're Dutch, you know. Yeah. He's like, it's like HEB kid. It's fine. It's Aldi's. It works. Actually, almost took him with me. He could plan out meals that he could eat. He was on a video with his friends. These are friends that are in the military, so I didn't want to like. I don't know when they can all get on there again. I'm trying to be a nice mommy. Yes, please keep the prayers coming. Yes, yes. And like we've all said, we look forward to hearing the results. Yeah. Ooh, for 6 minutes, that's a good deal because they pricey. That is a good deal. That is. Oh, yeah. It's like a game that I play, saving money. Hmm. For me, it is. Yes. Give me all the coupons. I'm with it. The thing was like, I was just like, oh, like spinning the wheel on the Price is Right, and it's like, and eventually it stops. That's how I was feeling. Like, what is my number? I'm having a hard time figuring out what else to eat. Let me guess. Are you done with the protein shake? Done with the yogurt? Is that kind of what you're feeling? Like I'm over those. Because I have another friend, and that's what she talked about today. She was like, I know I need my protein, but there's only so much I can do with the protein. Um, and I watched a video where this lady, she is a, what do you call it? She had the surgery, bariatric surgery, like 3 years ago. And her doctor put her on a GLP-1. I think she's on Wegovy. I think. I think it's Wegovy. And so her stomach is really small, and it's only been like within the last 4 years. So her stomach has not put it stretched out. It hasn't stretched. So small stomach on the GLP 2.5, and she's been on that dose for like months to help with the food noise. Um, so she's like taking protein. No, she's taking yogurt, freezing it with chocolate and like sea salt on top, but she's using ice trays. And the small portions, which in her memory, she's getting in the protein, but she's also not overeating, but she's getting in the things that she needs. So I, in my mind, was thinking, ooh, okay, so some of the things I am tired of eating, maybe I should look at like recycling them, finding a different way to eat them without just eating them the same way. Because, yeah, I mean, I love a good protein shake, but every day just drinking a protein shake, I got to change it up. So I have started putting them in my coffee. Um, one of my, I don't think I've done that. Now it says keep cold, but I just didn't want it anymore, so I warmed it. And I put a little sugar whipped cream on it. So to me, it was like chocolate, hot chocolate, even though it wasn't. But it worked. I got the sucker down. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have just kept walking around the house with it. Yeah, we love a good 18. All right. Y'all are doing good. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to take a photo because this is how my mind works. You know, say if you don't have a photo of it, it didn't happen. I'm going to look for that. Yes. Oh, thank you, Donna. Well, I promise y'all, in the next 7 days, you'll be getting at least 5 videos from me. Matter of fact, I think one comes tomorrow, and then Friday, and Saturday. I don't think I'm coming out Sunday. Yeah. Poor little YouTube, having a bunch of videos sitting in there, and then I forget they're sitting in there. I'm like, oh, let me get that one out. And mommy, or no, mommy, she and I, and I'm talking about this, I don't mind saying this out loud. But she and I will have the same mindset over and over and over. So I'll have a video sitting there, and then she'll release a video, and I'll text her and be like, "Girl, I was going to release that video in 2 days." But that's what happens when we're all on the journey around the same amount of time. We're all figuring out, doing, learning some of the same stuff, literally at the same time. So it's really funny how that works. And then last week, if you notice, I sent a whole bunch of videos out because they were all sitting there. I was like, I gotta get these out. If you ever want to know, this is like she recorded this today. Look for the flowers. If I don't have flowers, well, that's usually I don't have flowers. But usually I try to get flowers, and I love flowers. I used to not like them, but I'm starting to like them. So that's something I do for myself now. I will get flowers and I will leave them, um, even when they're almost dead. Kids are like, starting to smell. I'll be like, change the water until I get some new ones. And I did go to Trader Joe's today. I just didn't see any that made me feel warm and fuzzy. I didn't get any. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all so much for joining the live and sticking with me as I went through my technical difficulties. Because, ooh, girl, I am not tech savvy. And in my mind, I wanted to scream, I need to kill it. But I was like, no, Alonda, you can do this. You can do this. And then y'all helped so much by just hanging in there with me. So I greatly appreciate that. I really, really do. Ooh, okay. Try that one too. You got a Dutch Bros right around the corner. I got a lot of points over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you so much for stopping by, catching up with me. 27% body fat loss on my journey is beyond appreciated. And I know I could not have gotten there without you all. Again, I thank y'all sincerely. Put y'all on the time.